Hello, guys. This is Fonte. I am back on this 41st day. 41, 41, 41, 41. What in the world? But I'm back. I am back, 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 back. I have an interesting topic for you today. Anywho, so my questions for you are you afraid to eat out during your weight loss process or journey? Okay, this is regarding weight loss specifically. Okay, guys? Sorry. What can you do to prepare for eating out? So, how do you prepare for that if you do it? Everybody wants to. What should you bring with you while you're eating out? Again, my name is Fonte. It's Tay's World. And this is the 41st day of a 100-day weight loss transformation journey. Now, let's be honest. Some people, if you're doing this journey alone, I'll say this. And you're literally like by no one else and you don't socialize a lot, you were probably able to get over the fact or get through this 100 days without eating out. Period. Because you don't have those temptations. However, I want to lose weight, but I also want to be realistic and fit it into the life that I have. Like the reality is you eat out. Okay. There are going to be times I try to avoid eating out as much as possible. But I don't want it to be a situation where I feel like I'm depriving myself from doing so. Okay. No, I don't want to do it every day or every weekend. Listen, y'all, the life I used to live is I ate out almost every day. Okay. I don't want to do that. That's not my desire. But I also want to be realistic and say, but eating out is a possibility. Even if you're able to go a whole 6 months without eating out temptation, at some point in time, it's going to come up. Whether it's friends that want to go out, do I not hang out with my friends because I don't want to mess up my eating? Do I just stay to myself? Do I not go out with my coworkers while they're eating out? What do I do in a situation like this? Now, what I can say is this. If you find yourself in a situation where you have coworkers and you guys were used to going out for lunch, right? If that is a possibility, still pack your lunch and eat your lunch with them. You can still have the food that you're eating with them. You don't have to necessarily buy out just because they're eating out. You can still go out with them, pull your food out, and eat your food that you bring, and order a glass of water, and be fine. Okay? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. That's the easy way around it, is just to bring your own food. Okay? And not even have to worry about ordering anything. But in instances where you do want to eat out, because you may. Like I said, some people are more strict. Some people are going to be more strict. When I'm more strict to myself, I'll just tell people, no, I'll meet you after you get done eating out. But what if they're just only eating out and then everybody's going home, dispersing? You still want to be a part of the group. You still want to have fun like that. You still want to enjoy yourself with your friends. Well, you can do that. Okay, guys? Eating out is not a sentence or a punishment. Okay, guys? Eating out can be made healthier for you. Here are some tips. No, I'm not a nutritionist. No, I'm not certified. I'm not a doctor. But I know that these are tips. I know that they help me. I know that they helped me in the past. So if they helped me in the past and help me now, they're helpful. Okay? But you modify this and you take this information and use it how you may. Okay? So one thing I would say first, to answer the first question, are you afraid to eat out? I would say, please don't be afraid, because if you're afraid to do so, then the first time you eat out, you're just going to go crazy. Because you're going to be like, I can eat everything. Oh! Like Cookie Monster, because you felt like you were in jail. I say, please don't do that. Please, I'm trying to tell you, because the more you deprive yourself of something, later on it's going to catch up, and it's a situation where your body almost acts like craves and thinks it's like a mental thing. I couldn't eat it before, so I'm going to do it now. So you don't want to get to that point, okay? So that's why I tell people, please don't deprive yourself so much that you just are going crazy with it, okay? So I say you do things, but of course you want to do them with moderation. One of the things that I can say, one thing that I use, I kind of adopted this from Weight Watchers, where, okay, say for instance, if you know that you're going out, You want to tailor your breakfast and your lunch. You want to scale that back in calories so that when dinner comes or when that time comes, if you have the outing, if you have the restaurant eating, whether it's for lunch or for dinner, you scale with the other two meals back. And what I mean by back is you scale them back in calories. So for instance, for breakfast, you may just want to eat a piece of fruit and have a piece of fruit and like a piece of toast if you want. Excuse me. That's literally, guys, most slices of toast range between 60 calories to 100 calories, depending on the size, depending on the type of bread you're eating, all that stuff. That's what the bread will normally range as long as it's not a like a hamburger bun or hot dog or whatever that is. As long as it's not those and it's just like a slice of bread, you're eating something. What I want people to do is just get used. You want to make sure that you're getting some calories so the body so that your body doesn't stop burning. You want your body to become like a burning machine, basically with the metabolism. You want to make sure that it's kept up. So you don't want to not eat anything. I would even say if you want to eat a few crackers plus a fruit, do that. If you want to have more of a healthy shake, you can do a smoothie. You can do spinach or kale with some strawberries, some blueberries, fruit. You can mix your vegetables and your fruit together, have you a nice shake that may be about 300 calories. So you have and you can do that again. You have that shake for dinner or for lunch. So if you need to tailor your lunch back and your breakfast, you're figuring that's only 500 calories, guys, that you've consumed. Now, if you're like me, which you may have a 1600 target, imagine if you've only eaten 500 calories or 600 calories or even 700 calories and that's been consistent of your breakfast and your lunch. Now you have more calories that you can use for your dinner. So to allot you more wiggle room as far as what you will eat when you're out. That's one step that I use. That's something that I use, and Weight Watchers was good for helping me to do that. Basically, what they said is if you already know you're going out, save your points. And so I had between 32 to 27 points. So if I knew I'm going out, I eat about 500 calories was about, how many points is it? 500 calories was 10 points. So I would say, okay, so I consumed 5 points for breakfast, or for 4 points for breakfast and 6 points for lunch, or 5 for breakfast, 5 for lunch. And now I have 17 points for my dinner. So you see, it is still, you're still getting the calories that you're targeting for. However, you are doing it in a different way. You're just rearranging your food intake at the different times to fit your needs. Okay, so that's my number one go-to. No, when I say number one go-to. Now, it's say for instance, if you are the individual that says, but you know what, I want to stick to 300 calories for breakfast, 500 or 600 for lunch and 600 for dinner, because that's what I want to stick to, or 600 for breakfast, 600 for lunch, 600 for dinner. Like, however you may do that, you can still do that while eating out, guys. And here are some tips that I have for you. And this is what can you do to prepare for eating out. Okay. Now, one of the biggest things that you can do is always, easiest one of the things to take out calories from something, empty calories, is your drink. Order water. I know sometimes waiters and waitresses look at you, and sometimes I know when I order it, I always think, oh my God, they're going to think I'm so cheap that I don't want to order a soda, or I don't want to spend money on a smoothie or a special beverage, or, I don't want them to think that I don't want to spend money on it. Oh God, they're going to just look at me like I'm cheap. That's what I think in my mind. But the reality is I don't care. At a certain point, I can't care. I can't care about what they're thinking. I have to order based off of my needs. And my needs say that I need to order water with some lemon because I don't want to consume any empty calories. If I'm going to have calories, I don't want it to be on a sugary drink. Okay? So that's your number one go-to, is always order water when you are out. And if you want something special, always bring your add-ins. You can bring the different flavor add-ins if that's what you want to do. They have the tea, they have the lemonades, Crystal Light is the better of them. When it comes to your add-ins, you can just go get you some of those, put them in your purse, and you can always do that. But you always order water, always. You also don't just order the water just to have something out there as a beverage. Drink the water. If you have to tell them less ice so that you can consume it quicker, that's what you need to do. But you always consume water before you start taking anything in. Okay? The reason why you do that is to get something in your stomach, to kind of start filling your belly up so that you don't. It's kind of a foolproof way to not overeat while you're out. A good way not to overeat, period, in general, is to drink you some water before you eat. Okay? But it's definitely a good one for while you go out. Another tip is to eat a snack, eat a piece of fruit. I promise you. One time I ate a piece of I can't eat a whole banana. Whole bananas are too sweet for me. So I can only consume a half a banana. For whatever reason, I had to split a banana with people. It's weird. And I love bananas, but I can't consume a whole one. So I ate a half a banana and I got there and I was like, I didn't want an appetizer because I was already kind of on that full side. Then I had water. I was like, oh yeah, I literally could only eat a third of my dinner. Okay. And which was good because I ordered pasta that day. I wanted some pasta. The whole dish itself was like 1,700 calories. So I said, wait, if I eat only a third of this, exactly, your girl only consumed about 600 calories. So see how you can do this? See? And I mean, I honestly, God, it wasn't a front as far as, I don't want nobody to know. No, I literally my stomach would only allow me to eat but that much because I felt so full. And I said, ooh, that's I had just did it by accident. I had ate the piece of fruit because I was starving and I hadn't eaten all day. And it was a situation where I had waited all day. I didn't eat breakfast. It was about 5 o'clock at that point in time. I hadn't eaten anything all day. And it was like 4 o'clock. I just needed something. I was like, oh God, I'm starving. And I ate the half a banana. And then I ended up going out and realized, oh my goodness, I need to do this more often. Eating a piece of fruit or eating something like this, consuming that helped me to not consume so much of the dinner. Okay. The other one is, of course, if you get to a restaurant where everybody else is ordering appetizers, don't have none. Just don't have any appetizers. Okay. Don't partake in it, or order you a salad. Get your dressing on the side, and if you do order a salad, one thing you can always do is bring your own dressing. My sister is very picky when it comes to dressing. Okay. So she doesn't like a lot of salad dressings from places. She can bring her own. Just like she can bring her own due to taste, you can bring your own due to you knowing what you need to consume. But I'll tell you this, if you don't bring your own salad dressing and you use the restaurants, it depends on what type of meal planning you're doing or eating planning. If you're doing the eating plan that's just looking at the calories, then you can ask for fat if they have fat-free dressing, or you bring your own fat-free dressing. But if you're an individual that is controlling your if you're an individual who's controlling your carbs, you're doing more keto and you're doing more protein, you actually want to look at the dressings, because fat-free dressings have sugar in them and they have more sugar in them. So you want to be mindful of that, because the full fattening dressing may be the dressing that you need depending on what type of diet you're following. Okay. So that's the key. And that's a lot of sugar-free anything, yogurts, sugar-free ketchup, all that stuff. I mean, not sugar-free, low fat stuff, yogurts, Greek yogurts, don't matter. If you look at the nutritional facts, you will find that there is more. They compensate the fat with sugar. So you have to figure out which one you want. Are you going for the low fat, or are you going for the no sugar, or low sugar and less carbs, things of that nature? Okay. So again, back on topic. Of course, you want to skip the bread. I know it's so hard, because I'm gonna tell you this: if I go to the Red Lobster, I'm going to consume me a biscuit. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit there and I don't care what diet I'm on. Who else? I'm not. Oh, please don't take me. Don't take me to Texas Roadhouse. I don't care what diet I'm on. I'm going to consume at least one roll. Okay, I'm putting that out there. I'm putting that out there. I don't want y'all talking about if you ever see me out. Fonte consumed the. I sure did. I sure did. Some people may say she ain't that committed. I don't care. I'm telling you this now. I'm going to eat one roll at least from them two places. Period. Now everywhere else, I don't care. Everywhere else, bread is not that good to me for me to care. Honest to goodness. But them two places, I'm going to consume a roll. But I'm going to be mindful of that. I want that roll. So what do I need to order? So in those places, I probably will go ahead. My light that went out. I probably will go ahead and order me more of just a salad because I know then that I am going to want that roll. Okay. Now, and sometimes people think you can just order salad is the only thing you can eat while you're out. No, that is incorrect. Because I've checked some of those salads that are at the restaurants. Depending on all the ingredients that they put in and you eat all the ingredients, some of the salads are 900 calories. So honest, guys, I'm telling you, you really should look at the menu. That's another thing too. I'm sorry. I have so much information I can share. One, before you go out to eat, please look at the menu. Go online. Everywhere has a menu. My friend Miss Patricia, she taught me that. You go on that, or you go online for everywhere, and you look at that menu first. Because sometimes you may figure I ain't even nothing on there that you even want, and you change your whole mind from even going there. Secondly, it allows you to choose ahead of time. And a lot of restaurants now have the calorie intake on the menu. Okay. If you need more than the menu and you need all the macros and nutrients, they also provide nutritional facts. You type in Outback Steakhouse food menu nutritional facts. Everything is going to come up. It might disappoint you. It might ruin your appetite or it might ruin your meal selection, but you'll get real information. You'll get the information you need. But you look that up, you get that information so that you're able to make a better decision and a more informed decision. Even if it's at the last minute, somebody say, oh, you want to go somewhere such and such, and you do decide to go and you're like, oh God, I didn't prepare for this. Hurry up and go online. Come on now. We all got data. We all got internet access now. Most of us do. On your phone, quickly find a menu. Oh, okay, that's what I can eat. A lot of times, honestly, what's going to be less than even a salad is either your shrimp, like your grill, and that is grilled, okay? Don't go out here talking about fried. I said grilled. Pan-seared or grilled, like the grilled shrimp, skewers. Get you 2 of those. A lot of times, the whole skewer of shrimp, because it's only 5 of them, maybe only about 50, 60 calories, y'all. See? You get that and get you 2 vegetables. I said 2 vegetables, because you got 2 sides. Skip the rice and the potatoes. The potatoes aren't too bad for you, but if you start getting them loaded and all that stuff, that ain't for you. Get you 2 sides, vegetables, broccoli, green beans, or because broccoli and green beans are your low calorie or your very low calorie. Asparagus is another one. Your very low caloric and carbs are minimum in these 3 selections. Okay, so get you 3 or get you 2 vegetables and your protein. Your protein, if you are, and this is regardless of what diet you're eating, unless you're vegetarian or vegan, of course. If you're vegetarian or vegan, then you might want to just get 4 vegetable sides. Call it what it's going to be. Now, if you're doing your keto or even calorie, you can do your steak. A lot of steaks, especially those small steaks, only about 300 calories because they're only about 6 ounces. And your 2 vegetables, most of them vegetables are between about 60 to 100 calories. You've got a 500 calorie meal, but you've had a steak and 2 vegetables. You're full. Your chicken, your shrimp, your salmon. Salmon is another one. But remember, that's high fat. So, and sometimes the calories on that too can be a little bit higher. But most meats nowadays at your restaurants are not going to be more than 400 calories because they don't even really give you, like, y'all know most places don't give you huge portions of meat. They give you sides galore, but they won't give you meats galore. So really your meats are really going to be within that 300, your 200 to 400 range. And their sides are the biggest thing. So if you keep them to vegetables, you're good to go. I'm trying to tell you, you can do this. You can still eat out, enjoy your life, enjoy your friends, and still be able to go out and have a good meal. Okay, you can still have a good meal. Now they may, and now if something come with a lot of, oh, we drizzle it with creme brulee, or we have the, what is it? Everything is now truffle. Oh, we have the truffle butter and the la. Sorry, I understand that's how you're making it, but please leave that out, or please do not put that on there. Can you put it to the side so I can taste it? Just ask for those things on the side. You could even ask them, do you cook that in butter? I do not want butter in that, please. Can you do more of olive oil? If you don't use olive oil, can you, So I know I personally don't like to get into how they cook something, because if I normally have to change how they cook it, then they can really mess up my meal, because I've tried that before. And okay, well, can you do this way? And my meal just came out horrible, and I just was like, I should have just got the butter. Like, the butter wasn't enough of a calorie intake that I had it out of it. Just take them out of it. Just go ahead and cook it how you're gonna cook it, and I'll factor that in and I'll be fine. But so those are some tips, guys. I'm going over. I have quick thing. Sorry. I got so much information when you go out, because I want people to enjoy going out. I don't want to say rules, or just literally tips that you can follow. All of them are not going to fit every time you go out to eat. You can use these however you need to. A go-to way to make sure, two go-to ways to make sure that you do not overeat when you are out: split a meal with somebody. A quick one. Also, order from the kids menu. I'm trying to tell you. When I tell you, these two have saved me on numerous occasions to not overeat, to not overindulge. Nope, I'll split it. Who want to split a meal? And low key, a lot of times people want to split meals because they don't want to pay the whole meal by themselves. Save you some money. But also, sometimes people really do just want some of the meal. Somebody may have already had a bit of a meal or had something before they came, like you should have with your fruit. But you're like, Dad, I still want something to eat while I'm here. Share something with people. Order from the kids menu. The kids, of course, kids portions are always smaller. Low key, kids portions is what we supposed to be eating as adults anyway. That's what they don't tell us. Also, another thing: order an appetizer and not the full meal. They're always smaller. Well, not always. A lot of times, appetizers are smaller than the entrees themselves. Okay. I'm trying to think what else. You know what I saw? Somebody said order your meal first, and I said, "Dag it, that's good." Cause you know how many times? Think about it. You wasn't worried about what you was eating at the time. Didn't matter. But as soon as you heard what somebody else ordered, you changed your mind. I know I'm not the only person that did this, cause I done it. Heard, ooh, dang, that sound good. Ooh, oh man, oh, I should have ordered that. And changed my mind. If I had ordered first, I wouldn't even thought about changing my mind, because I would have been like, whoop, it's locked in. It is what it is. But if you order your food first, then you will not be tempted to order what somebody else has ordered, or be tempted to even do anything. You've ordered what you're going to order. That's it. That settles it. Here's my menu. That's another good thing. Here's my menu. Nope, that's what I'm getting. So, guys, I hope these tips helped in some way, because they help me. I promise they do. Now, there are some times that I will tell you this. If you know you've gone to that one restaurant, like if you know you don't go to the restaurant all the time, you know that it's not in your budget all the time, you know that it is not available to you all the time. Say you go out of town, drive 2 hours to get to this, or somewhere where you have to make a reservation, like Ruth Chris or your Charter House. I mean, these expensive places that you know goddamn well you're not gonna be at all the time. I will say this. I don't agree just eating anything just because it's available to you. However, if you have something that is available to you, and you know that is an exclusive situation where you know you're not going to visit, you know you don't go to Ruth Chris every weekend, you know you don't go to Charter House every day of a month. So I would say this: in those situations where you know that you're not going to be able to consume that type of meal again, I would say order what you want, eat what you're going to eat, and enjoy yourself. Okay? Enjoy it. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy whatever meal. I don't care if it's a load of mac and cheese. You enjoy it because you know that that's not going to be available to you. You know that it's not going to. You know that in a week you're not going to be able to come back and go get that thing. Go ahead and eat it. But I would say even in that, you can still take leftovers home. Okay, you can take some home, eat half of it, or in places like Ruth Chris and a lot of those other places, expensive places that you go to, they actually have where you order. What is it? You order the help me out, Rendell. What is it? What is it called? Oh, it's a la carte. So you're basically everything you're ordering individually. Those are the perfect times to split something with someone. So you don't have to order a whole mac and cheese by yourself or lobster mac. Split it with somebody. Okay? But again, if you're going to exclusive places where, again, you know you're not going to be visiting them again or anytime soon, or you know you're not going to, you don't do it all the time, then I would say enjoy the food while you're there. You have another day to pick up, start over, and do better. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you what, if I was to go to Ruth Chris right now, I know y'all be like, see, that's why she fat. Oh, well. Because I'm telling you now, if I was to go to Ruth Chris, I will be having my sweet potatoes casserole. And I will be having my stuffed chicken. And I will be having my mac and cheese. Okay, now I may split my mac and cheese. I'm not splitting my sweet potato casserole. I don't care. I would just take half of it home and half of my chicken home. Okay? Period. I'm just telling y'all how to eat when you're out. But I'm also being honest with y'all on places that I go to, I will indulge in. Okay? So that's why I choose not to go to those places all the time as well. Okay? I digress, guys. I've kept you long enough. This has been a long video, which I always knew it would be, because I like to eat out. But I also want you to eat out with being mindful. Okay? Remember to be consistent. Remember to be courageous. And remember to be disciplined. Whew, it's hard. It's hard. My name is Fonte. It stays where. Bye-bye.